Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to the first episode of my new Let's Play, Sly 2 Band of Thieves. One of my favorite games of all time, and my personal favorite entry in the Sly Cooper series. Seriously, I love this game, and I have been so excited to do this playthrough. Heck, this is one of the games that basically I've been looking forward to doing since the very start of doing these playthroughs, because this game has it all. Great story, great character development, good music, a plethora of levels, very good controls. Seriously, this game has it all, and I am so excited to do this. So without further ado, let's get started. But actually, first things first, let's just go in and configure the options. Okay, let me find it. Effects volume. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, we're going to actually do a new game. Take out my practice file. Erase the game. Erasing. 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 Okay, there we go. A shadow from the past. 1%.
Breaker Alpha Foxtrot, this is the Wizard. Do you read me, Sitting Duck?
This is Peking Duck. I hear you, Blizzard.
No, Sly, I'm the Wizard, and you're Sitting Duck.
I read you loud and clear, Lizard.
No, I'm... Forget it, you're not taking this seriously.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, Bentley, I know this is your first time out in the field, but you've gotta loosen up. If we're gonna get to those Clockwerk parts, I need you on your toes. So in plain talk, what's your status?
Well, I've established myself in the basement, and I'm pretty sure I can rewire the service elevator if you can power it up from that security station.
Hang tough, pal. It might take some time, but I'll figure out a way to get up there.
Okay, so anyways, in regards to this game, it operates very differently than its predecessor. Essentially, unlike the first Sly game where Sly was automatically running, this game, Sly will be sneaking by default. If you hold down the R1 button, Sly will run as he did in the first game. Like in the first game, you can jump with X, double jump by pressing the X button again. You can swing the cane by basically hitting the square button. Though, in addition, we also have some new moves. If you hold down the square button, you'll do a charge attack with your cane, which will then execute into a spin attack. You can use this to basically do crowd control, make sure that basically enemies aren't crowding around you. In addition, if you while in the air, if you press the triangle button, Sly has the dive attack from the first game. In addition, basically, if you press the triangle button while on the ground, you'll basically do this upward attack, basically. This allows you to bring enemies up in the air, and then basically, if you hit the square button after, you send them slamming to the ground in a stealth attack. So basically, unlike the first game, which prioritized platforming, this game is actually more or less focusing on just using the environment to your advantage to sneak around, basically. Our main goal is to get up there to that service elevator. Oh, by the way, if you press the R3 button, you will basically bring up the binocucom, which does have a lot more use than it did in the first game. It's not like in the first game where the binocucom was only really used for, say, finding bottles or seeing enemy bios. So anyways, let's jump up on this whale skeleton. Start to smash it. Oh, come on, Sly, I want to smash it.
Okay, I splice the wires. Ouch! Hold on. There it is. Okay. Let me at that security computer.
Kind of odd that they gave Bentley a red background for his title card instead of a green one.
The spotlights are offline.
Anyways, I don't know how things are going to look in the video, but for me, the screen is actually really dark. And that's one complaint that I do have about the original PS2 version of this game, basically. It didn't have the best of lighting controls, basically, just where a lot of areas could come off as pretty dark, which is great for atmosphere, but not so much in terms of just trying to see. Yeah, watch how it comes out crystal clear.
Thanks, pal. For your first time out, you did pretty well.
Oh, this operation is far from complete. Now that the lasers and spotlights are offline, Murray should be moving into position for your rendezvous. I'll stay here and provide computer support while you go on ahead.
So anyways, in terms of background, basically, just the whole reason why Sly, Bentley, and Murray are here is because somehow Clockwerk's parts, which were basically left to essentially boil and melt away in the Krakatoa volcano at the end of the first game, just somehow they ended up in the Cairo Natural History Museum. How Clockwerk is in a natural history museum when nothing about him is natural? I don't even know. And why Cairo of all places, basically? It would be funny though, just Clockwerk somehow ended up in the British Museum. Just the nexus of museums. So anyways, there are a few Easter eggs in this area, basically, from the first game. You have a Raleigh painting. Basically, Raleigh's either swinging his cane or he's firing a laser, I don't know. We also have a Raleigh painting from the first level, where basically I think it was in his mansion. You could find it. Yeah, there's a Panda King, some Panda Kings over there.
This is the network administrator. We're installing some new software into the security mainframe. So don't be alarmed if some systems get turned off for a while. Thank you. You're all doing a great job.
So anyways, it was a nice touch basically having it where Sly's the calm one, considering that basically basically after the first game, fieldwork isn't exactly a new thing for him. Just he's gone to the Fiendish Five's hideouts, basically did all the field work there, while Bentley was more or less on the sidelines until the very end of the game, in which he was hacking into Clockwerk's computer. So anyways, just coins in this game. Oh, by the way, health is also very different. Basically, unlike the first game where you only had one hit with a maximum of 3 if you had 2 lucky charms, basically this game you have a health bar and different things cause different degrees of damage. So basically just coins operate a lot, and not to mention the live system is gone. You die, you basically just get put back at your last checkpoint. So in this game, coins are actually used for purchases, which we'll see later on. So anyways, we saw a Murray portrait back there. And so, first technique.
According to my information, the Clockwerk parts are being stored up there. Now to get access, you're gonna have to meet up with Murray at the rendezvous point. Unfortunately, the route through the garden is filled with guards.
No problem. I'll just take the long way around.
If memory serves, you need to jump and hit the circle button to run along ropes.
Yeah, like Sly's gonna have any problems with Paul Blart down there. So anyways, first technique that we're learning, the rail walk. Rail walk, like in the first game, it's identical. You jump on the rope, you run across the rope. So anyways, just... It's like, Bentley, what the hell? You think I can't fight Paul Blart? You think I can't take him down? I could take him down. Okay, so anyways, making it over here. Let's just smash this stuff up.
Try pressing on ahead without him.
Yeah, though we can't exactly press on. Yeah, we basically have to wait for Murray to come in. Yeah, Murray gets the green background instead of Bentley for some reason.
Greetings, citizen. I hope you weren't harmed by my meteoropic entrance.
No, Murray, I kept at a safe distance.
Good, good. The Thunderflop knows neither friend nor foe, only destruction.
Yeah, could you maybe channel some of that raw energy into the security gate?
Of course. It is nothing before the Murray.
Yeah, basically, out of all the characters, Murray got arguably one of the biggest glow-ups from the first game. First game, Murray was basically just this cowardly wuss. He was trying to be a Sly wannabe. Just he couldn't really defend himself. But then this game, he's just this unrivaled beast where he's lifting up doors, and it's just not. And it doesn't stop there. No, Murray basically, he's gonna be shining.
Another barrier stands before you. Fear not, I shall bend it like the truth.
Solid work, Murray. You're really in the zone.
My hulking frame is too much for that puny rope. You go ahead and unlock the doors from the inside. I'll be waiting in the hallway to help you carry out the clockwork parts.
Yeah, basically Murray just chucking a stone statue like it's nothing and breaking metal bars. Okay, so anyways, we're at the end of the tutorial section. Yeah, basically if you look inside, you can see some of the clockwork parts. You can see Clockwerk's wings. You can see basically the clockwork kidney stone. I don't know what that one's supposed to be. The clockwork heart. Actually, I think that may be the clockwork, one of the clockwork lungs or the clockwork stomach. Anyways, yeah, we got the clockwork heart. And some other part of him. We also have his skull. Yeah, just side angle of his skull.
I don't get it, Sly. The clockwork part should be here. This is all wrong. We need to pull the plug on this operation right now.
Freeze, Cooper.
Inspector Fox. As beautiful and unpredictable as ever.
Whereas you crooks are so predictable. You always return to the scene of the crime.
Crime? I haven't stolen anything. Yet.
Oh, really? Then who broke in last night and made off with all the clockwork parts? You've got the motive.
Someone already stole the parts?
Don't play dumb with me. It might not have been him, Carmelita. The method of entry and guard casualties all point to this being a Claw Gang job.
The Claw Gang?
Constable Neela, I allowed you to sit in on this stakeout as a favor to the Contessa. I really don't need any help. Oh, I think you might. Look at the facts. Facts? Sly Cooper is right here. I caught him red-handed. I'm just saying that there are other criminals in the world other than... Sly Cooper! After him!
So basically, like in the first game, we've got to escape from Carmelita. Though her shock pistol won't do as much damage. Granted, it can still pack a punch, but it's not like the instant death it was in the first game. Or rather, the near instant. Anyways, Panda King statue right back there. Some Raleigh statues as well. But just, I've always found it funny how Belly's like, we gotta pull the plug right now! Just, we gotta abort Sly! Yeah, we'll get next time, Sly! But just Carmelita's piss poor aim! Seriously, look at this! We're not even moving and she's not even hitting us! Yeah, we jumped a little, but really, she could hit the broadside of a barn!
Hey, come back here, Ringtail!
This wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah, well, this is where things get fun.
You can't run forever!
All my coins, darn it! I'm a man of the coins, screw you! Yeah, just the absolute flex that we're doing right now, basically. Carmelita is trying her best to blast us with that shock pistol, and we're just focusing on collecting coins. Oh, by the way, that red cross right there, basically, that is health, basically. Oh, by the way, that damage right there, that is not cosmetic. If basically a character's on the field with you, basically gets hit enough times, they will die. So yeah, we have to be a little careful though. Bentley and Murray aren't exactly as agile as Sly, nor are they as experienced with running away from Carmelita as he is. Yes, we can, Carmelita. How many shots does that pistol have?
Back here, Ringtail!
Come on. Come on, just hit it.
Freeze!
I want to hit everything, darn it. It's always fun just doing this, just hitting everything on the way out.
I'll keep Carmelita busy.
You're all going to jail.
Not with that aim of yours.
Hey, come back here, Ringtail.
Oh, by the way, in this section, Sly is automatically running, like in the first game.
Hold still.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting, you know? Yeah, now the police think, hey, maybe we should cut him off. Maybe we should cut off that van.
Run forever.
Yes, there we are. Trust me, it is good to grab at least grab a good amount of points. Helps to make things a little easier with buying things in the very first part of the game.
Freeze.
No, no, no. We're not gonna get hit. Not after I was dissing Carmelita's aim.
You can't run forever.
And Carmelita actually does have better aim when you're on the roof.
Stop, thief.
Okay, so anyways, we're almost done.
Still.
And we get hit. So, but yeah, as you can see, Carmelita does not do really any damage at this point in the game. So we can afford to get hit a few times.
I'm headed toward your position. Jump in fast so we can get out of here.
Freeze. I'll find you, Cooper.
Carmelita's just as angry as ever. She's really quite lovely when she's angry. And that Constable Neela, was a reference to the Claw Gang just a slip of the tongue, or an intentional clue? Either way, it's her only lead on the missing Clockwerk parts. Clockwerk. He was consumed with jealousy for the Cooper clan's thieving reputation. Is it inappropriate to refer to him as a monster? No, not at all. What kind of person stays alive for hundreds of years with the express intention of wiping out a rival's family line? Imagine the hatred fueling that first decision to replace his mortal body with soulless machinery. Ultimately, it did the trick. Clockwerk lived on. He caught up with my parents, and I wound up in an orphanage. It's there that I met my pals, Bentley, the brains of our outfit, and Murray, the brawn. They turned out to be all the family I needed. 2 years ago, I thought I'd finished it. How naive to think I could so easily put an end to that kind of hatred. And now he's back. In pieces, sure, but the threat is real. Does the Claw Gang even realize what they've stolen? I don't know what's in my future, but I won't let it be a repeat of my past.
Okay, so now we've got our mission. Go to the Claw Gang, recover the Clockwerk parts, and overall have a good time. So anyways, welcome to the main menu. This game uses an autosave feature. So if you see the Thievius Raccoonus icon, well, the game is saving. It's saving. Saving some more. Okay, so anyways, let me just make sure everything is all configured properly. I just want to make sure. Aha! Knew something was going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am paranoid now. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm paranoid. Yeah, so sorry if the last area was a little loud. I basically did not anticipate that the effects would reset. Why even have it in the main menu if you can't just automatically set it? So anyways, first one we got Black Chateau, where we basically have Dimitri looking absolutely deranged. I will paint you like a French maid's corpse.
I had to call in a few favors to get the goods on the Claw Gang's local operator, Dimitri, a sort of underworld celebrity, equally at home in high-class art circles and shady back-alley crimes. He was once a passionate young art student who worked hard to develop his own visionary style. Unfortunately, the art world wasn't quite ready for his kinetic aesthetic. So he gave them what they wanted and started forging old masterpieces. His way of punishing those with bad taste. Dimitri now runs a nightclub on the west side. The thumping music, colorful light shows, and a hint of danger lure in chic young patrons from far and wide. And it's here, hidden somewhere, where we'll find the Clockwerk tail feathers. What Dimitri plans to do with the Clockwerk part is beyond me. But those plans end tonight.
Sly Cooper and the gang in the Black Chateau, Le Chateau Noir. Even though basically even though this level doesn't really have anything to do with basically a chateau or anything along those lines, it's basically just Dimitri and his nightclub. But anyway, speaking of Dimitri, Dimitri is a fan favorite character in the series for reasons that you'll see as we play through this level. But anyways, just for a first level, this place is pretty solid. Where basically it is a good premonition of a good foreshadowing as to what to expect later on down the line. Teaches you all the breaks. So anyways, I just want to double check because basically for a second I'm like, why is the screen cutting off? Why the heck is the screen cutting off? Okay, good, it's remaining. I'm paranoid now. So anyways, if you go to the left and have Bentley go on his computer, you can go on ThiefNet, basically. ThiefNet is where you can buy gadgets. Gadgets allow you to do things. Essentially, this game's equivalent to the Thievius Raccoonus pages from the first game. However, basically, there are still bottles in this game.
I tell you, Bentley, it's gonna be a real pleasure robbing this nightclub.
I share in your enthusiasm, but before we hit the inside, we'll need to do a little reconnaissance work.
What do you have in mind?
I've installed this special antenna on the safe house to help with our first job, hacking into Dimitri's satellite array. The coordinates for the job start beacon have been uploaded to your binocucom. Make your way to this position, and I'll give you a full briefing on our objective.
I'm on my way.
So basically, unlike the first game where just all the levels were specific zones, you'd go into the green portal and you'd basically run to the end to get the treasure key, this game is very different where...
If you click the L3 button, press the left analog stick, I'll beam some virtual markers into your thief mask. They'll help you find your way around. If no markers are in view, use the right analog stick to move the camera and look around for them. Remember, the view is always better from the rooftop.
Okay, as I was saying before Bentley so rudely interrupted, basically, unlike the first game where there were set levels where you just try to get to the end of the level, get the treasure key, do that for 7 levels, basically this game, you just have each area consists of one big overworld that has a bunch of missions, like Grand Theft Auto. So basically, you go over to those points and you can start the missions. So basically, this mission right here, if we go into first person with the binocucom, we can see that this is satellite sabotage, which is right over there. Likewise, you can also go to job help, which tells you exactly what you need to do. So basically, just if you ever have multiple jobs and you're deciding which one to do first, basically, just look in the menu. So anyways, as you can see over there, that's a clue bottle. Clue make the return, and there is a vault in this area. The vaults have some pretty decent power-ups that you cannot buy in the shops. Usually they only apply to Sly, though.
Fascinating. The message you just found appears to be some sort of clue. I'll decipher it here in the safe house. In the meantime, see if you can find any more clues. The more I have, the easier it'll be to crack the code.
Yeah, lies. Bentley can only do it if he has all 30 bottles. But anyways, we just saw two new techniques, or rather two returning techniques. The first one was the wall slide, basically. If you hold circle while near a wall with glowing blue sparkles, basically you can sidle across the ledge and basically just go and just traverse it. Likewise, if you see a point, a canonical point right here, just like this, if you press the circle button while jumping, you can basically perch on top of it. And if you see a pole, you can press the circle button and you can climb it. So anyways, this area is relatively straightforward when it comes to the bottles. It's pretty small, all things considered, and just very good for training. So, as you can see, there are guards here. Unlike the first game where enemies were more or less there for you to fight, you killed them in one hit, the enemies here, well, they take a little more finesse. You don't want to get caught because they'll chase you, they'll attack you. And there are three kinds of guards. Little guards like these rats who basically, they're more or less the ground forces. Just Sly can easily take them out with standard combat, though they can put up a fight. You have medium guards, which basically are a little harder than the little guys. Okay, anyways, we have been caught. And that right there's a medium guard. Is he going to do his technique? Basically, a medium guard. Just see that little megaphone in his hands? Well, if he uses it, he can actually summon in guards. So basically, at this point, we're not going to see the third kind of guard. So it is actually better to explore this area while we're in the state, because that third kind of guard is known as a flashlight guard. They return from the first game, and like in the first game, they are the deadliest guards you'll find in a level. Basically, they have a lot of health, they have a ranged attack, and they can deal solid damage if they hit you at close range. However, getting caught by them isn't as much of a death sentence as it was in the first game. In the first game, their projectiles would home in on you, and you had no hope of escaping. But in this game, their projectiles aren't as accurate, and in fact, the close range attack is the deadlier move that they'll use against you, even though it's not as flashy. So basically, just keep your ears open as well as your eyes, because the bottles actually do make a sound effect. Okay, I'm just gonna check up here to see if there's a bottle. I don't have all the bottle locations memorized, so it will take some time to find all the bottles. Okay. However, just one thing that could make it easier for you is if you actually turn off the music, because, go over here, you'll hear a little tinging sound when you're near a clue bottle. Though for me, I always suffer from phantom clanging, because I hear these clangs when I'm looking for the clue bottle, even though there is nothing nearby. So yeah, it can often drive me mad. Yeah, that bell's gonna do nothing for us, though it will later on down the line. Yeah, I love the chill vibe of this area. Seriously, this area is just a perfect way to start things off. Just give you plenty of rooftops to run across, make it where the streets are nice and open, free for escape. And just all in all, just give you that nice thieving vibe to it. It's not like in the first game where you were basically raiding a stronghold and basically you were more or less brute forcing your way through. In this one, you do actually have to use some thinking to get through. Because often or not, fighting is not your primary way of getting stuff done. In fact, basically, you'll more or less want to, when playing a Sly, just be a little more avoidant. At least until later on down the line when we'll get some pretty good offensive power-ups. So anyways, let's go over here. Grab that. The bottles in this level are relatively simple to find. So for the way I'm going to handle levels in this game, when we enter a new level, we're going to go and just get all the bottles, or at least get as many bottles as we can at any given time. That way we can explore the area, just check things out, just get a lay of the land, as well as just get all the bottles that we can, because all the bottles will be available to you from the very start of the level. It's not like they're going to store some bottles in some remote area that you can only access on a specific mission. The game's not cruel like that. So let's just go and see how many we can find. There is a back area to this level, the back of Dimitri's nightclub. We can find another bottle. Oh, by the way, you don't want to run near guards because it will kick up noise, which will draw them in. And earlier, you saw me utilizing a technique known as pickpocketing. If you go right behind a guard as Sly, though, don't touch them because otherwise the guard will detect you. If you go right behind the guard, then basically what you can do is you can pick their pocket. If a guard does not have sparkles in their pocket, then that means that basically they only have a few coins, and just it is handy to do that, but it's not worth your time. Instead, you want to go and get after the guards with a definitive sparkle, because those guards have treasures. Granted, with the little guards, they only have things like, say, a bronze comb or something that's not as valuable, maybe a silver item, which does have some value. Likewise with the medium guards. Though the flashlight guards, they're going to have the good stuff. They're going to have the gold treasures, and basically stuff that's worth stealing that you can then sell for a pretty penny. So anyways, I think that there's a bottle up here. Okay, so if you press the L3 button, you can also just see your general stats, you can see your coins, you can see your bottles. Okay, I don't think that there's a bottle over here. Yep, there is actually. So let's grab that. Often or not, if you see a clue bottle, grab it, because when you're running around looking for bottles like a madman, you can often basically lose track of what you're trying to find. We are not going to let that guy catch us. But yeah, basically, I really feel that basically this transition in gameplay, well, as much as I like the first Sly game, I've always felt that this format just suits it a lot better, basically. It makes you feel more like the thief that Sly is, rather than basically just some platforming hero, you know? Where Sly's just running around, just more vigilante style than anything. Okay, I think there is a bottle, yep, right here. Okay, just 5 more to go. Yeah, I'm getting a little nervous, to be honest, because there's nothing scarier than when you're going through a level like this and just you're missing one bottle, one singular bottle. Okay, I think that guy has a sparkle. Yep, he has a sparkle. So let's go behind him. Gotta get a little closer. Circle, circle, silver, bronze comb. Like I said, these combs really are not worth much, but hey, collect enough of them and you can get some good money out of it, especially when you're going around just trying to find bottles. So anyways, I am doing just a general sweep of the level. Yeah, if I'm missing just say 1 or so bottles, then I'll basically end the episode off, and then basically we'll cut to when I'll start the next one off when we're right in front of the next bottle. Okay. Yeah, though this level isn't that bad. Just there really isn't that many places for the bottles to be hidden. Okay, yeah, we can't get up on top of the hotel. Okay. Nothing over there, nothing there. Yeah, just that little clanging of the percussion. It sounds like a bottle, and he's like, where's the bottle? Where's the bottle? But yet there is no bottle. Yeah, though another thing, about the cutscene where Sly's like, I had to go on a few favors to get the dirt on Dimitri. Even though it is confirmed later in the series that that safe house is the Cooper Gang's official new main hideout, where basically that they call home. So basically, these guys were right across the street from Dimitri. And though we don't know when just the Cooper Gang set out to Cairo to steal the Clockwerk parts, but for all we know, just they could have left the day before. And basically the Clockwerk parts could have, the Clockwerk tail feathers could have been right across the street from them, right when they were leaving. Okay, yeah, I think the bottles are on the lower section of the level. Oh, by the way, if you see an object like this, just press the circle button, Sly can crawl underneath. Very handy for hiding from guards. Also smash a guy's car up, because why the heck not? Okay, so anyways, that is the stealth attack right there. Juggle the guy up with triangle, slam him down with square. Very nice for taking care of remote guards, though it will cause noise, which will draw in nearby guards. So just be cautious when doing that. But it is fun. It feels so satisfying to slam the guards down. And for me, I also feel a compulsory need to do that move nowadays, because back in the day when I first played this game, I was not one for paying attention. Basically, I was the kid who basically was like, you know what? I'm not gonna pay attention to the game. I know better. It was like where I would never use any Pokemon besides my starter, because I'm like, it's a cardinal sin to use a Pokemon other than your starter. So basically, that kind of bad decision making / inability to pay attention kind of bled over to my experience with this game, because I did not use the juggle move. I did not use the stealth attack. Just what my main strategy was when it came to fighting enemies was just brute force swinging, where I would just go in, just start slamming, just jump attacking, just whatever to take them down. Okay, so anyways, next bottle. Yeah, for this level, I'm going to make an exception to the rule where basically I'll give it a little bit extra time, just because, like I said, this is a very small level where we don't need to really worry about getting lost too much. There aren't that many places for those bottles to be stored. Yeah, they'll watch out get mixed up with about 5 different windows. Okay, case in point. We just have one more bottle. So let's just search around for it. It shouldn't be that far from us. Yeah, just playing as Sly in this game, it is so satisfying. Because basically, you can really take advantage of Sly's moves. It's not like in the first game where you were kind of at the level's mercy. In this game, the level is at your mercy, because Sly just is so fluent. It is great that they took over the fluidity from the first game, and they just really rolled with it. Okay, I think that there is another bottle. I don't think it's up there. It could be in the grass. Yeah, I don't think we went near that area. I think it could be on top of the water tower. Or somewhere near there. Yeah, for later levels down the line, if I notice that we're missing one bottle, I will basically just I will just end the episode off right there if basically it's time to do so, and then just find it later. But with this one, like I said, this is the smallest area in the game. There's not many areas where this bottle could be hidden. So let's just search for it. Okay, we're not doing that mission just yet. Okay, that bottle should be somewhere. I mean, it has to be somewhere. I mean, where else would it be? Nowhere? It'd be in the void? Okay, yeah, so anyways, every level has 2 motifs. Just the overall music that you hear as you wander around, and then the guard music, where basically you get caught, the music becomes a lot more dramatic, you're trying to run, you're trying to get away. Heck, running is a very solid strategy, and there is no shame in doing it. Sly is built for running. That's like basically blaming someone for running with Sly and just finding fault with that. It's like finding fault with a fish for swimming, you know? And not to mention, just these levels are so fun to just run around in. Even when you're not when you're not looking for bottles or treasures or the like, it's fun to just go around and just check and just see what you can do. Oh, by the way, enemies cannot swim. Nothing can swim in the Sly Cooper universe. Seriously, no one can swim except Raleigh for some reason. Raleigh is the only enemy in the entire series who can swim. And technically Clockwerk if you count flailing about in lava. Okay. Let's give it about 5 more minutes. And then basically I'll see, and then basically I'll cut to the, when I find that bottle. Watch how I find it as soon as I put the timer on. Yeah, that's gonna happen. I'm gonna basically looking for this one bottle, and it's like, there it is, right in the one corridor you didn't go down. Or I'm gonna find it as soon as I end off the recording. You watch, that's gonna happen. It's gonna be like that one piece of heart from Dompe's minigame in Ocarina of Time, where I'm like, I'll start the next episode off when I find that piece of heart. And then basically, lo and behold, just get that piece of heart as soon as I'm done recording. As soon as I hit the stop record button, just that one heart piece, it just comes right out. It's dug up from the ground, as if Dompe was saying, F you. Okay. So anyways, let's look around, see if we can find it. Be observant. Yeah, like I said, the worst feeling. One bottle. One freaking bottle. We're searching for this bottle, but yet it's nowhere to be seen. Yeah, sometimes the bottles can be cruelly hidden. Yeah, especially in a place like this where the ground is just as accessible as the roofs. Okay, let's show off running. Yeah, with the current guard layout, we have nothing to fear. Nothing at all. And not to mention, just guards can easily lose sight of you. Which, hey, I have nothing against. Yeah, one good way to get money. Just kill guards. Seriously, because they'll usually drop at least one coin. Yeah, just kill some guys for money, basically. The thing is that Carmelita her main charge against Sly is thievery. Even though, arguably, the Cooper gang, the bigger charge against them is just the mass murder that they've done. Because because basically, every enemy that they defeat is actually killed, according to the game. I'll show you what I mean, basically, when we get to that point. Okay, I thought there was a bottle here. If I can't find that bottle, then basically if I'm finding about 2 more minutes, I'll just cut right to it. Leave it to a pie plant to just fool me. Okay, that's fine. Okay. There's always one bottle that throws me off. There's always one bottle. It doesn't matter the level. There's always that one bottle that just gets me. Just that 1 inch of my nose. That's when I was hearing the phantom clinging. Le stinky cheese. Yeah, that's one thing I love about the Sly Cooper series, where basically when you're in France, everything is just la. Everything. Le hotel, le police, le stinky cheese. Everything is la. And they actually do carry over that in Dimitri's form of speech, where Dimitri just refers to things as just law. Yeah, there is no la. There is no feminine in the there is no feminine conjugation in the Sly Cooper universe. Everything is just la. Also, basically, the lack of just L apostrophe for vowels. Yeah, basically 4 years of French lessons that I barely retained. Yeah, we're basically just, I was never the best French student, basically. When I took French, I was the translator kid. We're basically just, if anything, if I learned anything from my French courses, it was basically how to just cheese my assignments with translators and out the box thinking, just changing my views because I could actually write, because I knew the words for those views. Basically, how was your day? Just, my day was bad, was good. It could have been the worst day. I could have lost it. I could have basically gotten the snappy at me. Just, it was a good day. Okay, so let's just try to find it. Where's that bottle? Okay. Yeah, I'll just give one more sweep of the back area and then we can end things off. Okay. Just money. Briefcase is full of money. We want the money. Okay, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever that you want. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.